Hey everyone, this is ThePrussianPrince with the first Man the Guns early access video of many that I'll be posting. So this first one was basically gonna be about the best defensive template that I have managed to find so far in Man the Guns. So I've loaded up as the Netherlands in the 1936 scenario. I mean, I don't know why you use the 1939 scenario unless you want to do some super specific stuff. But anyway, let's take a look at the template that we can make, right? So I'm just gonna use some cheats here so I don't have to go through the whole game. So first things first, now we have XP, but the first thing we need to do is we need to like tech the reasonable stuff that you can get during the game. So what we're gonna get is like these two. I mean, this is like 39 tech is just reasonable, right? And even this one. So the next thing we need is, let's get engineers and 39 engineers. Then we can get 39 artillery and rockets as well. Then we can go, let's say, up to here. This is pretty reasonable to assume that somebody will get this far in a doctrine. And that is about it. So let me explain the situation here. So we're looking at the most cost-effective, cost-efficient, depending on how you call it, template. Now, let's go ahead and make it. I don't really care about these units here, just ignore them. We're gonna call this, I mean, Cav 20. I like naming templates based on what they are and like their width, so this is how I'm gonna name it. Just gonna name it Cav 20. Let's call it Cavalry Division because, you know, it's it is what it is. So, alright. Now, first things first, I want to remove everything, and then I just add 6 cavalry battalions here. And then I add 4 infantry battalions. We're also going to add support engineers, artillery, and rocket artillery. Potentially add AA if you need it, but anyway, let's take a look at the template, shall we? So, right now, it has 200 soft attack, which is not bad, considering. This is a 20-wit unit, and I mean, we are on superior firepower, but why is this template so good? Well, first of all, it's a cavalry template. And if we, say, for example, select some random general, and let's go to leader details here, and then we take a look at the earned traits here. You have some really good ones. You have the Panzer leader, of course, you have cavalry leader and infantry leader. But let's go ahead and look at the infantry leader and cavalry leader so I can show you why we're not using infantry here. So if you look at the cavalry leader, you can see it gives 15% attack to cavalry. This gives 15% defense. And honestly, I prefer attack more because obviously, like, the attack is viable both on the offense and on the defense. And also higher attack generally tends to be better than higher defense, even on the defense. Like, because you'll do more damage to the enemy, deordering them, and, you know, doing strength damage, so you're more cost effective. Anyway, let's take a look at the next trait here. So you have Infantry Expert, plus 15% infantry division attack. Not bad, but take a look at Cavalry Expert. Plus 10% attack and plus 15% defense. So already you have, so from Cav you get 25% attack and 15% defense. If I calculated that right, yes, there you go. And infantry you get 15% attack, 15% defense. So basically you get like more attack with cavalry, like 10% more, basically. I think it was. Yes, 10% more. Now that's not all. And here's the best part. Cavalry is technically considered infantry. So if you have this template here, this is still a cavalry template because I have 6 cavalry and 4 infantry. Like if it was 5-5, I believe it would be infantry. There you go. This is why you want 6 cav and 4 infantry. Now, the next thing here is, now that I showed you what this does and how this works, let me show you the next thing, why you want this template. Let's add some PP here. Alright. Let's say you have both an infantry guy and a cavalry guy. Well, congratulations. These two will stack. So you have infantry and you have cavalry, and all of a sudden you are getting again an extra 10% attack and 10% defense over your regular infantry, which is huge. Like, it's massive. I mean, it just makes everything so much more cost effective. I mean, I have hit like it's so easy. Well, it's not easy, but you can definitely hit like 2000 soft attack on a 20 with division if like properly entrenched and whatnot, you know, like and with like proper generals. It gets insane. Like, it's just ridiculous how strong this, how cost efficient this template is on the defense. Like, you're not breaking it unless you have some really, really heavy stuff, like properly trained generals with tanks in planes and that kind of stuff, you know, like you really need something super heavy to break this template when it's starting to hit like 2000 soft attack. I mean, 2000 soft attack will be achievable once you have 42 these two techs here, and like with 42 guns, that's when it's actually really in sight. So that's later, but you still have some insane stats on this template. Again, because a cavalry template is also considered an infantry template, and I mean, just because cavalry traits are better than infantry traits. They simply are. So, as you can see, you get more stats from cavalry traits than the infantry traits, which is just awesome. Now, the issue with cavalry, of course, is that it uses more supply. And of course, you don't get that much defense or that much breakthrough. I believe, like, with infantry, you get slightly more, but it's not a big deal. But this is why it's not a pure cavalry template. Like, I wouldn't go 20 with cav, I'd go, like, 6 cav and, like, 4 infantry. That's more cost efficient. I mean, less supply and, you know, it's better than pure 20 with cav. But you could do that also. It's, like, not a huge difference. But I prefer this template. Anyway, what else is there to look at? Well, again, you really want to go later for the 42 guns, and you want to go get this stuff after. But this is like just the basic, like what you should start out going for. And again, anti-air if you think that support anti-air, that is, if you think that you're gonna be having issues with getting air over your opponent, over the enemy. Well, if it's AI, like, I mean, if you're Netherlands, like, can't really build air, can you? So you might as well put like one on support AA and you'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, again, this is the best template that you can make defensively. I mean, it'll be hard pressed to find a better one, I think, but like, if somebody has better ideas, do let me know, because I am curious what you guys can come up with for a better template, because I mean, in terms of defense and cost efficiency. Again, why did I use 20 width here instead of 40 width? That would be a good question. Well, the thing is, we're looking at cost efficiency here, and 20 width will also hold better than 40 width because you have more org, right? And here's the other thing. On 40 width, you don't get extra support slots, while on 20 width, you do. So we're just stacking here the like extra soft attack that we get on the support here. So on 20 width, basically you get more soft attack per width on 20 width than 40 width, which is huge. And also, with the techs we're getting here and with all the traits, you have a lot of defense anyway. Like, it's pretty easy to hit 2000, maybe even 3000 defense with this template. Possibly even higher, I haven't actually checked, so yeah, like, it's pretty crazy what you can do here by like using cavalry and infantry traits together along with the ministers here, the military staff. Like, this is very important. And yeah, you can also add like a division attack here, which would make it even stronger, but you would have to be fascist as Netherlands. But like, other nations have division attack ministers also, like chief of army guys. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll see you all next time.